Welcome back to Tommy Talks, episode 5. This week we have mixed it up a little bit. I've got a little surprise in the works. We're down here at Good Things, Mosman Park, one of the greatest cafes in Western Australia. And to everyone at Good Things, thank you for having us. We have a little something different today, and I'm joined by my great mate Griffin Logue. Welcome, Loggy Bear.
Train, what's going on, mate? Thanks for having me.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Just sitting in a cafe after
Spooky,
hours.
man. It's good things though. It's a good cafe, good chili scrambled here.
Yeah, it is a good chili scrambled, but there are good things happening today. I think that's why. How are you feeling? It's a bit weird talking to your good mate.
It is weird, mate. We hang out a lot enough together, so I don't know what I got myself in for today. I got I got a bit of milk on the floor here. There's a few something around's going on, so I'm a bit worried, to be honest. But
you should be worried, and I'm a bit worried myself. First of all, big shout out to our sponsors, Rick's Eyewear. Obviously, Griff's a big supporter. I've actually brought you a gift today, Griff. I've got the brand new Melrose Light Champagne with the blue tinted lens. This thing, mate, like these are coming out this summer, and they're on behalf of the team. So
cheers, bruh. The only ones that fit on me schnoz, the Melrose. So I know this model quite well. Look at that.
They fit perfectly. And then I've also got you a special hat from our friends at Cap Z. We've got our favourite team that we'll talk about later.
I want to wear it, mate.
We've got, I think Devontae Adams wore this one the other day on the sideline. So big shout out to Cap Z. Thank you guys, the home of the fans, sports fans. Mate, chuck that on backwards if you want.
Best in the biz, Cap Z.
They are the best. And if anyone is out there and they need a discount code, use the discount code provided from Rick's and Cap Z, ACES, at checkout, and that will get you a nice discount and free express shipping. Righto, let's get into it. Logie Bear, I've got I'm going to mix it up today. I'm not going to, because I know a lot about you, there's no point.
Vice versa, mate, and same the other way as well.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of prep, to be honest. There's more reflection about our journey together. We all know you play footy. We all know you're a big bloody beefhead down full back, still learning how to play the game. But the truth is, you only just started playing AFL when you were 14. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
15?
Yeah, 12, mate. 12. Yeah, 12.
Properly at 14. No, but it is unique. This is actually something no one really knows. To pick up a Sharon at 12 and then get drafted at 18.
Bit of a different pathway, just different sports I was always involved with. Dad used to make sure we didn't have all our eggs just in one basket, so...
Unlike the Bruce. He had me doing grand balls out in the backyard, mate. The Bruce made sure it was just footy.
Nah, heaps of different sports, and yeah, definitely happy I stuck with footy, mate. Got to meet a lot of good people like yourself, but really enjoying the journey so far.
You look a bit nervous, man. You're talking to the trainee. It's not fucking Craig Aitchison.
I know, because like I said, I got a big pun of the milk on the floor here, so I don't know what to expect, mate.
There's something happening, but not yet. Just relax, all right? It is interesting. So Swan Districts is where you Waffle Club, but where'd you start footy? Was it school, or did you go through the...
Parkerville Junior Football Club up in the Perth Hills, mate. So it's nothing exciting there, but good club nonetheless. And then on to school and, yeah, Swannies.
When did you think you're going to start going up the ranks? You're like, obviously you're a big man. Did you start bullying people at about 13?
Nah, it was no good for a long time. Just kind of wasn't always big either. Just kind of average size and worked my way up. Didn't really take it seriously till school as well. Had a good year at school and then had a good win in our school comp for the first time in 57 years. Shout out Guildford Grammar. So
Guildford?
Yep, 57 years, first win, and just that ignited a bit of passion and fire to kind of have a crack at footy, and here I am.
Who was probably your biggest mentor growing up throughout the teenage years?
Sounds a bit cliche, but your old man, like my old man, that's a lot of people's answers, but he was awesome. Him, I owe a lot to my brother as well, just kind of competing with him.
Big shout out to Jonah. We
he's
love
a funny man.
Very funny.
Competing with the older brother is something that you just... I'll thank him for that for a long time, even though he probably never knew he was doing it. A lot of coaches growing up, whatever, so...
No, it's really impressive, and we'll get to when you get drafted and you go quite early. But you always talk about how good you are at rowing.
Yeah.
Give everyone an insight on how good you were, your times, and the actual path, because I always take the piss out of you, but I actually have never sat down and asked you, when did you start it?
Nah, rowing was just a school thing as well. Started that at school, so I was pretty much once I really got into that, my old man was the coach at the same time, which was an interesting dynamic, as you'd imagine. But geez, really wanted to get into it, and that was probably going to be my pathway up until I started footy. The way it works, if you play sport for the first term and then you winter sports the second and third, blah blah blah. So finished that first term of rowing in year 12, going to going to be leaving school after, and was probably going to row after school, and really kind of enjoyed it. And then, as I said, ended up changing just because I really enjoyed footy a lot more. But it's a different sport, rowing. Don't know how far I would have gone with it, but
yeah, but mental toughness wise, you would have learned a lot. How many people in the crew?
8 people in a crew, and one bloke pulling the strings at the front.
So where am I sitting this one?
I reckon you get a gig anywhere, mate.
Am I at the front or am I just coach? Am I just going, come on, boy?
I reckon you're at the back with a megaphone.
I've got big lats, man. I'll be able to just.
Yeah, I know. But it's not. You got the ticker, mate. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, I've got the mindset.
It's a tough sport. Like it's.
So what are you doing for training, and what hours are you getting up before school?
I'll pump it up as in high school. It's like one of the hardest things you'll do, but compared to blokes that do it full time, blokes and girls that do it full time now, it's ridiculous. The hours that the Olympians put in is, I don't even want to get into it. But as a schoolboy, I was getting up 3-4 times a week at 5:30 a.m. before school, getting in on the water, row, then obviously go to school, falling asleep in classes and stuff, and then train in the afternoons, whether that's weights or fitness, and all the while you're putting up with your old man telling you what to do, so it makes it a bit harder. But
do you get home and just nap? Were you napping after school?
Yeah. I took my studies pretty seriously at school, so I actually.
Oh, did you?
I did, yeah. I did all right for a big beefhead, as you said before.
No, you are quite intelligent.
But it's tough work for it was only for one term anyway, but for your first term of school. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I'd do it again, and it's something that I definitely cherish and hold dear, as you said, working through mental toughness and working through learning to push yourself hard. That's something that you can't really learn or teach yourself. But
so because I don't know a lot about rowing, but you're in a group of 8?
8 of us, and you just train through the week. Saturday's race day. As you know, Saturday's race day train.
Oh, in Mosman Park with Bowls Club, big shout out. We love the
Get
races.
down to, for us it was Champion Lakes. It's like a full Olympic course pretty much there, and it's just...
That'd be sick.
2,000 metres, all in a crew.
2K.
One goes, yeah.
I'd eat that up. So 2K, how many teams?
8 different schools.
8 schools. And is there a fair crowd, or is it kind of...
Yeah.
So everyone's there?
The main one's pretty big, like the head of the river. That was massive.
And it's on.
We got second actually in that bad beat.
Do you have any footage of this?
Somewhere.
I want to see it. We're going to share it.
If you Google 2015 Head of the River on YouTube, it comes up and we get pit by nose.
Pit by nose. Sounds like Animo on the weekend. Mate, that thing, anyone watching the races, I don't know how Animo didn't win the Cox Plate, but fascinating. Give me your splits in the gym, because I remember me, you and Hayden Ballantyne were at Cottesloe one day, and the, what do you call them? The
Ergos, mate.
Ergos, mate.
Rowing
and you go,
machines.
Get out the way, boys.
Concept 2.
And you busted out a 500 metre sprint in, mate, I think you'd
that was your
it.
specialty, because it wasn't known for my technique, but I could, it's a pretty big enough lad for when I was year 12, so bit of power in my pins, thanks to the...
Is it 50-50, legs and back, or is it... Because I'm just ripping.
It's all ticker. It's all ticker.
So literally, is it like, give me the best tip for a rower? Anyone out there at the gym, because everyone's smacking them, man, for 2 minutes in circuits. I hate them.
You got to learn the technique. It's different. Rowing on a ergo machine is different.
Give me the ergo though. You know when you go on a
Ergo is
circuit,
just-
like 3
yeah,
minutes,
mate.
you're like, get fucked.
There's a sequence, just legs, body, arms, and then back towards it is arms, body, legs. So shoot the legs off,
Shoot the legs.
rip the body back, get a bit of body swing, and then rip the arms
So
through.
legs, body, arms.
Yeah, then back the other way.
Yeah, right.
Simple as that.
No, that's fascinating.
Keep it smooth.
That's good, man. I'm glad I actually asked that. And then, so you're going through school, and then we get into footy. What pick did you go again? I know it's early. Pick
8.
8.
Don't know how.
I know how. Mate, it's not about now. It's about the future. It's bright.
It's a bolter, mate. I had a good draft combine, and that's...
Yeah, because you're a premium athlete.
I thank that a lot for going highly, but yeah, there's a lot of good players in that draft.
Who went pick 1 and all that in your year?
Andy McGrath,
Yeah,
I reckon.
yeah.
He was up there. like your Hugh McCluggage,
Yeah.
Timmy Torano.
Oh, Timmy's in your year.
Yeah. Couldn't even.
Yeah.
Ben Ainsworth was up there.
Yeah.
He went early. Then you got like Tim English,
Oh, wow.
Power Pepper.
Pick did Timmy go?
I reckon the Dogs just won the granny, so they had pick 18. They took him with 18.
He got 18.
I reckon. Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Lukey Ryan was in my draft.
What are the recruiters doing out there? You got the big Timmy English. He's an absolute mountain.
Lukey Ryan was a steal of the draft. We went at pick
Yeah.
68 or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
I had a good draft year. Brendan Cox, Sean
Yeah.
Darcy, Tay Doom, a lot of good fellas.
Great fellas.
Draft alongside me mates as well, Zachy Fisher.
Fish. Fish is a good man. Big shout out to Fish as well. Well, and then, yeah, so the draft combine, what do you expect to go? And then after the combine, what were you talking, like, because I know how it works. You literally you come flying down.
It's a whirlwind, yeah. Even leading into it, mate, I was like so surprised to get invited. You know what it's like when you get drafted. I didn't play much footy younger. I played like 18s and had a shocking carnival. I was worst on there played full back and lockdown. Anyway, didn't expect much, mate. Had a good enough combine and just kind of didn't expect to go that high. And then after that, kind of had a heap of meetings and still remember all that for some reason. That's some of your biggest memories, I reckon. That whole draft year is so exciting.
Were there any weird meetings? And how many meetings did you have? And were there any weird ones?
I remember meeting with every club except for the Giants.
Yeah, right. You'd love the Giants.
So I've been told. Nothing too curly, nothing like a bit weird. I remember one, like they gave me one of them gave me a math question. I nailed it. It was like I actually remember it was like, they were like, what's 217 divided by 3 or something like, or 210 divided by 3 or something like that, or 217 divided by 3, that's what it was. 210 divided by 3 is a bit easy, but it was 217 divided by 3 and I just like added it off. I think it was 72.33, something like that. So nailed that. One was like, I remember them asking, all right, mate, you've come to an intersection, it's a red light, but you got someone dying in the back of your seat, and you're going to run the red light to save their life.
Yeah, right. What club asked you that?
Can't remember. I kind of said, "Oh, fellas, I'd probably look both ways, and if it's clear, I reckon I'd go and save someone's life." Yeah. They went, "Okay."
I don't know what goes through their head. We had, I think Gold Coast Suns had everyone nervous because everyone was interviewing, and blokes that hadn't interviewed were like later on, and their thing was a joke. Or you had to read the form guide, and you had to read like race 7, and you had to put you just had to make the race up. So blokes were doing, so literally everyone that hadn't been with Gold Coast that was scheduled a meeting had the form guide in their room, and everyone was practicing their race calls. I swear to God. So I walked in there with this fucking brilliant like race call, and they go, "Tommy, you got any jokes?" And I went, fucking got nothing. I had the race call like ready to go.
Sure, you had a few jokes. Jokes are hard.
I had a really shit one. I remember them.
Jokes are shot. If someone asks you to bring a joke up the top of your head, it's pretty hard.
That's right. Like, I literally had nothing. They're like, "Come on, mate." It was getting awkward, you know. And you're like, "I got nothing." And like, I'm like, "Oh, why are pirates?"
Because they are.
And then like they're like, "Oh, okay, good on you, mate." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't want to fucking say it." But draft camp, very funny. And then that brings me to the next segment. While we're doing this next segment, I thought it's time to unleash the challenge. I've been watching this thing on YouTube. It's this Hot Wings guy, gets in these guests, these big dogs like yourself, and
hot sauce.
Hot sauce, and I think there's some chicken wings out the back. So,
do love me wings, Train. So thanks.
Well, we both love wings. We both love American sport, and I thought today there'd be no better place to do it than Good Things. So we're going to bring out the Hot Wings and see if you can achieve the Hot Wings challenge, because you reckon you're the man with the Hot Wings.
False accusation, mate. Like, I'm that bad with chili. Honest, I had peri chips from Nando's, and I had chapped lips one day and I had peri chips. And chapped lips, and I started winching.
I reckon this is going to be funny, mate, because I struggle.
I'm lucky I don't have the chapped lips today, although, buddy.
I'm hoping this first one is not too bad. So we've got that jalapeno. This is level 1, 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10.
So give that a dabble. We don't have wings, but we've got chicken strips. Jeez, I'm hungry. Big shout out to Good Things and Mia, the head chef here. Can't thank you enough for inviting me and Griff in.
Whipped up a treat.
You've gone hard here and we love it. How much did you put on, man?
Just a little bit, bro. A little 5-cent pizza.
All right, well, let's just dig in and I'll ask you a couple of questions. Just have one bite. Just mix it in. I'm going to go hard here, man.
I'm starving.
That's good.
Bit on it still. 2 out of 10.
That tastes good, man.
Same.
So, Tommy's 10, new segment. I don't even know if it's new. I think I might have done it before.
What do you call it?
Tommy's 10 questions. Are you a full back or a full forward, honestly? Where do you see your future being? And I hope Big JL's listening because I've been, I've been telling him.
Oh, I played a lot of my life down back, mate, and I reckon that's where I'm going to end up. Potentially, I'd love to head up there and get forward. I think everyone wants to kick goals, to be honest, so just a better life up there, up forward.
It's just a way better life, isn't it, man? Like, you don't have to do, like, I know you do have to do a bit, but...
I understand it's a lot harder and a lot more difficult, but I don't think forwards understand what it's like when you go to bed and you know that the next day you're waking up and playing on Buddy Franklin for the whole time. You can't script that, mate.
What's going through your head when you get told you're playing on him?
I love the challenge, like it's great, and obviously, you know what I'm like, I'm right into it, but yeah, you get a few different thoughts going through your head, like pulling a sickie and stuff. Buddy Franklin, like didn't even have him in his peak as well, and he still chopped me up, so like, hats off to the blokes who played him when he's in his prime, because that's...
Well, Dorse used to play on him 1 out. There was no roll-off. It used to be 1 out, man.
Shout out Dorse.
Jack Dawson, one of the greatest. All right, describe Matt Taberner in 1 word.
Can't not say weird. Like, or just rare. I'm gonna go rare.
Rare.
Just a rare unit.
Like a 1 of 1.
You won't find many like him, mate. Cut from different cloth.
Which we love.
Yeah, it's great. But
I think we've pumped the weird thing up too much because he's not that weird.
yeah, he is, man.
No, but like to others, maybe we're weird.
Nah. Living with him, trust me, he's a weird bloke.
So he's actually studying. He's doing his postgrad in blockchain, which I love because we're right.
No, that's not his main degree. He's just doing
No, he's just doing it on the side. He's a very intelligent man.
finance.
And we love him. So good on your duck. That wasn't too bad. I wouldn't mind level 4.
Go easy on it, would you? You're meant to save a whole wing for another.
All right, what's your favourite travel destination and why?
I got asked this before, actually, just in a random. I think it's Barcelona. I reckon there's just so much to do there, and it just suits me to a T. Like, go down to the beach, get your budgies on, or no budgies, and it depends on what parts you go to. It's pretty funny.
Did you go nude, did you?
Nah. I've never had a crack 10 of me hoop. Barcelona's great. I loved it. I went there in my second year. You were there. That was one of my best. Yeah. I enjoyed that for stuff to do. Awesome there. Portugal's great. Lisbon, there's plenty to do there. Have to throw in as a travel destination or like something to tick off Oktoberfest. That's like, that should be at the top of everyone's bucket list, especially if you love a cold beer.
If you love a litre of cold piss and a big pork knuckle.
Yeah.
I've never had a better pork knuckle in my life.
Nah, not a fan of pork. I didn't actually get around the pork knuckles. Nah, I was smacking just pretzels, those massive German pretzels and big pints of piss.
How many were you? I know, because what am I, like 80
I count it.
I could get to about 5, sometimes struggle. Like once I'm into the 3 or 4, I'm hammered.
I know.
2 good areas.
Tabs and Moose were 1 ahead always. They had 8. Jesus. 8 litres of piss, like.
I reckon I got 5 every day.
Full litre, like the Stein.
Oh man, and they're double the strength.
It's just because there's a litre in there. They're not like 10% beer.
I'm pretty sure they're 8%, 8.4%. That's no mayo.
If I've had 7 litres of 10% beer, mate, then I wouldn't be here.
No, you having those pork knuckles on the way. All right, we love our NFL. Who's your favourite NFL player?
I think in terms of players to watch, can't go past DeAndre Hopkins. No drop hop. He just doesn't drop them. Too good to watch. I reckon he's a gun. Playing for a good team this year as well. Yeah. Going really well. They're a great, exciting team to watch. Probably have to be him.
He's a star.
He's good to watch.
He hasn't been producing massive numbers, but he doesn't need to.
Not yards wise, but he gets a touchdown. He's good for a touchdown Just loves getting in the spotlight. You, mate? Who's your favourite?
It's a good question.
Probably Lamar Jackson.
Lamar's my man. Kind of expect him to just dominate every week. I'm actually becoming in love with Jamar Chase. I've got him in a fantasy league, and
young gun, rookie.
I I did a bit of research before the year, and the fact that he linked up with Burrows again and Smoking Joe, what I'm saying, he could be one of the most exciting players.
Well, he's on track so far, statistically.
He's really good. He had a good matchup on the weekend and just exploited it. He does it every week.
I actually know the stat off the top of my head. First bloke, 7 games, 754 yards receiving.
Yeah, he's on track for 1,820 or something and 18 touchdowns or something ridiculous, mate. He's on fire. So, yeah, Lamar's my boy. But you know me, I love too many players. Bucket list event. Everyone's been locked down, but the borders are all starting to open up. International travel's opening up. You probably won't get an opportunity till next off season. Where are you going? If you're going to book something, where would you book your flights to?
If I could, right now, in terms of what I'm just thoroughly interested in, if it's always mid-season or mid-pre-season, but I'd love to go to a Super Bowl. NFL, that's like the bucket list event. I will go to one at some stage, but I think right now that'd be pretty cool to go to. I reckon you'd be the same as well.
I'm thinking about going this year. Of me and my mate Risky.
Talk's cheap, mate.
No, it's in
LA.
LA.
I believe when I see Jerry. So.
Well, you know what I'm like. I just pulled the trigger, but
yeah.
There's talks of going to LA. It's just about what it looks like on the way back. If it's 14 days or 7 days, and if we can get tickets, but.
Be worth the quarantine, mate.
I'd be worth it.
Have you done a quarantine yet?
Not like I've done one for footy for 2 weeks in Perth, but that doesn't really count. I've done a week in Melbourne and a week here, but I've been very lucky. Okay, who's the best? Should we get the next wing? Let's get the next sauce out. So anyone listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, you're going to be like, what the fuck's going on? We've got hot sauce and we're pouring it all over these chicken strips. Griff, while you're doing that, who is the best AFL player you've played against?
Buddy Franklin. Plain and simple. 4 out of 10, sorry, found it. Jeez, that was tough.
Yeah. Pour it on. Go hard. Just put it on the top.
I reckon it's got to be Buddy Franklin, I reckon. Actually matching up on him. Unstoppable.
Put a bit more on, I reckon.
Oh, all right. I'd have to say him, man. Yeah. For sure.
And he was going it. He wasn't even trying.
I reckon he was on one leg, he told me, so.
Which NFL team do you support?
Probably, Jersey says it, to be honest. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, love what they're doing, love what they're building. Good to see Dak back, but a bit of a bandwagon almost. I feel like a lot of people support them after watching Hard Knocks if they're on it for that year, but.
Well, they're America's team. Everyone does, but they haven't had success for a while. So
them, yeah. I just love players.
Yeah.
Hopkins.
Well, before I ask the next question, let's bite into this
Fair
level
bit
4 out of
man.
10 chicken strip. I don't reckon you put much on it, man.
Fair bit though. I'm just gonna have a bite.
Look at barbecue chili.
It's nice. Cayenne pepper, chipotle. That's real nice.
Who's your funniest teammate?
Put
it on the chicken, man. It's hard. Is the lid off? Oh my God. What is this guy doing?
Oh, it sucks. Funniest teammate have to probably be you. In terms of people that have got me in the most stitches where you just can't stop laughing.
Yeah, it's probably why they got rid of me.
Probably.
I probably carry on a bit too much. Yeah. Way too much fun. What about now? Who's there at the moment? There's a lot. There's a lot of lads.
Brendan Cox is a funny man.
Coxie makes me laugh just thinking
Brendan
about him.
Cox is a funny man. He is hilarious. Does some funny stuff. Lockie Schultz, when we get him going, he's funny. He's a funny man.
We love that.
I laugh a lot with Tabs as well, living with him. There's just some stuff where like he says or some of his views or I don't know.
Mannerisms.
Yeah, funny stuff like that. That gets me going.
All right, let's speed up Tommy's 10. Your greatest sporting achievement thus far?
Probably 2. The first time in Guildford, 57 years, Alco Cup win for school, and then the Waffle Premiership that I won alongside you, mate.
We're going to talk about that later. Could you row for the Olympics?
Oh, no.
What's your claim to fame in the gym? Like you're a big lad.
Probably RDL.
Anyone that doesn't know an RDL, what's that stand for?
Romanian deadlift.
I didn't even know that, man. I just used to know that from Bahamas. How heavy?
How heavy you want, mate. Just.
I could get to 100.
Yeah, I've repped that that's me warm up, I reckon. Easy.
It's not a great exercise.
Nah, it's a weird one, but just enjoyed it.
And lastly, could you be an actor? I know we're very chilled at the moment, but there's I've seen some things you've done. I think there's a big potential there.
Possibly, mate. Possibly in another life, but...
Would you have a go at it?
Yeah.
See, I think clubs need to utilise players like yourself more. It's not about how many kicks you're getting, it's about the personality. I'd love to see you on a television commercial where you're acting. You know how like the pop-up special guest, and it's like, I'd love to see.
It'd be some funny stuff.
So anyone out there that's listening, Griff should, contact Colin Young, one of the best in the business. Contact Big Cole.
Mate, he is the best. Mark my words.
Paul Connors is the best. Nah, they're all good. They're all good. All right, that moves off to Tommy 10. Now we go to the photo album, mate. So this is...
It was the slowest Tommy 10 ever, mate.
Well, you fucking go that slow. I mean, you're putting the wing... You're trying to pour the wings on with the lid on, mate. Here's a photo of you and Ross Lyon on draft night.
How good's that?
What do you think of when you see that photo?
No, plenty of memories come flooding back. Plenty of thoughts. Exciting night. We touched on it before, so that's probably why it's. I've said enough about that for the draft night. And he was the coach at the time. Shook his hand.
Did he give you much on draft night?
Nah. No. Took off. He took off that night.
It would have been a chore for the big fella.
He took off that night. I think every other draftee went and had dinner with their coach, and I was the only Freo bloke over there. So I'm having dinner with Dave Walls instead.
Oh, Wallsy's a good
Probably
man.
a great replacement, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Memories of Ross. Let's go good and bad. So what was your biggest spray? I think you ever get pulled in the office when you're getting dropped and get told how you're going?
Yeah, plenty. Yeah, plenty.
Any that stand out?
Oh, yeah, heaps, to be honest.
Talk about it. This one's funny, man. Out of 100, just tell them that story. Nah, just give the viewers what it's like. It's what happens when you get dropped. You cop it.
No, that's a different one. That was a weird one. The best one I still get used on me today is your good's good, but your bad, it's just ugly. And he looked me in the eyes and said, "It's just ugly." Oh, fair enough, mate.
That's not too bad.
Oh, but it's
give the viewers out of 100, man. This is the best. People don't understand. You go to work every day, right? We're athletes, yeah, but we're also humans, and this is why it's fucking great. And you get pulled into the office because you're not performing, and you're obviously getting dumped. Just imagine you're going to the workplace tomorrow and you're getting dumped. You're getting relegated back to some other office, which is like going appeal for Freo. But along the way, you get these comments as an 18-year-old. And this is how ruthless it is, which we love, because without this stuff, we wouldn't have these stories.
Yeah, it's true.
Give everyone an insight. This is what makes you a better player. Tell them.
All right, yeah. It was the first time I got dropped, I reckon. I think I played 4 games in my first year, first start.
You were happy with yourself? Bit of a head wobble.
No. I knew I didn't play well, that's for sure. I was 18, but just kind of got dragged in. And it's like, mate, I want you to reflect where you are currently as a player. I'm like, oh, yeah, going all right, getting there. And he goes, I want you to ask yourself what you are out of 10 as a footballer. And I was like, 10 being BNF winner, fair enough, all right. Oh, mate, I reckon I'm a 4, pushing a 5 if I'm really playing well, pushing a 5. But 4, yeah. Looked me dead in the eyes, said, I think you're a 1.
I thought it was out of 100.
No, and then after that, he said, and to be honest, mate, there's probably 100 levels ahead of that, on top of that. So kind of working out in my head, 1 out of 110, under 1%. It's kind of stress out to there anyway, mate.
That's how much fucking growth you've got in you, mate. It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's all I saw it as, mate. Growth mindset. But yeah, it's still funny when you're 18. It's a pretty funny thing to hear. Looking back, it's funny now. But
it's just great because what happens is you'll train, you'll be emergency or you're in and out of the squad. We all know who the fringe players are. I'm one of them. You're a young player, you probably didn't play well, so you might be on the chopping block. It's like you're at Survivor, mate. They're voting for you in there. And then you're in the gym, everyone's doing gym and everyone's... and then then Bondi used to... So the GM would walk around and he's, and you go, fucking don't look at me. And then he goes, Griff, you want to have a chat? And you go, fuck, I'm done. Or if you're not in the team, want to have a chat and you think you're in, they go, mate, you're emergency.
Yeah, because it happens the same way. I remember when I debuted, it was actually you were coming back into the team. It was round 3, I remember, and walking up, we got the tap on the shoulder from Bondi. I was walking in first, what's going on here? What's Bondi want? And then I remember you were literally walking ahead of me, and you looked around and went, how good's this, eh? How good's this, brother? Well, and he just said, welcome, bruh. same thing. Then 4 weeks later, get the tap again, like, come over, chat. It's like, oh, man, like.
It's the opposite. You're like,
A lot of people out there, like, because I was talking to, like, Dave Mundy and we had Pav on there, and I was looking at both of them, like, you blokes have never been, like, you've never been admitted, you don't know what it's like.
Nah, they wouldn't know. And
it's such a good, I reckon it's, looking back, it's great, and it's definitely, it'll happen again some stage, but.
They'd be getting sick of blokes walking in and out. They'd be like, "Can you just get your spot?" Yeah. It is hard, and the other bet is the locker room is at the other end of the complex when we were playing together at Coburn. So and you walk through everyone, and they're like, "Mate, how'd you go?" And you're going, "Fucking."
You've either got the strut, or you're just going.
Yeah. And everyone doesn't talk to you, mate. Leave him alone. He's got dropped. You're like, "Fucking hell." Oh, that's funny, mate. That's funny. Well, let's get to wing. Let's get the next wing out, I reckon, while I get to the next photo. Have a look at this photo. We've already touched on it, but the big fella. What's this?
Couple specimens going at it, but
what happens after that?
That direct contest was fine. I reckon I nailed that one, but that night, I reckon that's the night he kicked 6. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you play this really well. And he then he gets the ball, slips you and kicks it from 70.
No, I reckon that's a different photo.
Okay, maybe it's not then.
But I know the exact goal.
I remember you sending me this photo. We'll put it up. I haven't got it here. And I texted you saying, because you boys won. Yeah, it was a good win. I said, good win, bruh. And you just sent me...
Nah, it was Lukey Ryan. I was sitting next to
Luke. You're sitting there to Lukey and you sent me a photo of this. Which is great. The fact you can have a laugh and.
I think you have to, mate. Even in the I got interviewed after that game from the Freo media, Tommy Fee, and he's like, "Oh, Griffith, like obviously, really good win and a good enough performance, good performance from yourself, keeping Buddy to 5." And I was like, "I think he kicked 6, mate. Like, I bet he kicked 5, but I'm pretty sure he kicked 6, Tom." And he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, Griffey kicked 6. Just all right, mate. Don't worry about it."
Bit of mayo there from Tommy. That's great.
But yeah, no, it was still a good win, mate. As long as you win, it doesn't matter. You can get away with anything if you have a win. So
pour it all on the chicken there, bro. Let's go hard on this one. I reckon we're going to get going. But while I get this footage,
that's too much. That's going to roll me.
Put another one as well.
6 out of 10.
Oh, it's only one, isn't it? Yeah, 1. 6 out of 10.
I'm going to have a go at this.
Are we smacking it? Like putting it on?
Yeah, it's hot, man.
Fucking hell! I've put a heap on there. This footage. This is why I miss football.
Yeah, that's it. You made that one. You called that one the match committee. I remember you put that in one of your performances and said, "That's not even hot. That's great, by the way."
How'd you learn to dance like that?
My brother. It's good. It's for your hard style. That's what it's. The music that it's to. So heaps of beats per minute. You just got to find a way to get your legs ticking over. But pretty like complicated dance. But yeah, it's the hacking, mate, or gabba. It's also what it's called. These aren't too hot.
No, that one's all right. But I'm a bit worried because I know one of them is going to just burn the absolute ring out of it.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's a bit hot now.
There's a bit on it. I think you're carrying on a bit. Righto, next photo. Love this photo.
Yeah, great photo. Debut game. Alongside a couple of Jerrys. So it's good. It's good to see. Always remember your first game. You remember yours? I was against the Doggies.
What year was that?
2017.
Did we win? We won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How'd you play? Did you kick a goal that game?
Nah.
Give us what do you remember? The day of, morning?
Don't remember day of, morning too much. First touch. Got a mark against, I was on Luke Dalehouse at the time, he was at the Doggies, and then kicked it across to Squeak, I reckon. Always used to kick it Squeak.
Squeak would have used it well.
He always did, actually.
Me and Squeak used to cop it online, man.
A lot better than me.
Squeak used to read the Facebook comments.
Yeah, it kills you.
And he used to screenshot them and send them to me. I'd be like, mate, so fucking send him this shit.
Bit on that now. It's getting a bit hot now.
Yeah, my lips are a bit warming up here.
Give that a go.
Let's get into it now, like this one here.
Yeah, that's post grand final siren, post goal, and hacking celebration.
The hacking again.
So what I think we were, what were we? We were down. We're up 10. and I marked it, floated forward as a half back, and kind of squeezing the ground as you got to do. Just really close all the exits. No easy exits when you're on a Logie Bear, but jumped in, had a mark and lining up for goal. Wasted a bit of time, really stretched the clock. I had two blokes in my ear saying, give. One was Daniel Pearce, and one was Tommy Sheridan 60 metres out on the far wing going, give, waste time. It's like, there's a minute left on the clock, so I went back. Not even a minute, I mean, we're in the extra time pretty much. Went back, as soon as it hit the boot, the siren went, ended up going through. And I remember you saying, mate, give it something if you kick it, and just kind of carried on and just...
I've never seen anything like it, and honestly, kind of apologise to Subiaco because it was a bit rude.
Shocking, yeah.
We love Brando, Bailey, the boys at Subi, but
looking back, it
was pretty disrespectful, but it was probably one of the highlights of my career. I remember you marking the ball, not really knowing what to do with it as a backman, and I said, just kick it at me, man. I want to chew the clock and kick me third. I've had a mare. Anyway, and then you go, no, I'll kick it, because you were about 45 out. I was like, fuck, I don't know if he'll kick it. Anyway. Got
a big leg on me.
And I remember you going back, and as you kick it, I literally whispered to you before, I was like, well, if you're going to kick it, make sure you celebrate, bro, because that means we'll win. And you go, yeah, I will. And as you kick it, the siren goes, and it just goes straight through the middle. And I remember you breaking out and doing the Hacken. Is it the Hacken?
Hacken or the Gabba, same thing.
I'll get the footage up. It's gold.
Footage is good, yeah. It's that's a great memory. That whole day, that was awesome.
Yeah, Peel Thunder. One of the best, it's hard to win. They're hard to win. Okay, let's go to the next career. You're now doing a podcast with Dave Mundy. It's dominating. You guys have changed the game a bit, and it's great to see you and Dave. You're kind of doing all the work yourselves on your guests, and you're interviewing the players, and they're coming in nice and relaxed. It's fantastic. How long have you been going with this, and how many episodes are you down now?
We started only quarter of the way through the season, maybe halfway through. Dave, I was on the massage kind of table, getting a bit of physio from the great man Stocko. Shout out Marshall Stockton, bloody ripper.
Stocko's the best physio in the world.
Won't find another better one. But and he kind of tapped me. I was a bit vulnerable. I was getting the neck done, so head was in the hole. I was kind of just a bit out of it as you are. Tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, hey mate, I got a question. This is Dave. Tapped me on the shoulder. Got a question for you. You wanna get involved? I'm like, oh yeah. What do you want, mate? Like, get me neck done. He's like, I want you to help me do a podcast. And I'm like, oh, all right, thinking it was just kind of like a 1 week off thing, like, yeah, I'll jump on, talk a bit of crap, whatever. Next minute's kind of really enjoyed doing it, and we're just taken off with it a bit and just get to interview the boys, a few past players. You were one of them, like, get to interview the greats, Pav, Desi Headland, like, it's great, really enjoying it. I can see how you kind of get a kick out of doing what you're doing. So.
Yeah, it is. Fun, yeah. It's great chatting to people. And
it's obviously probably a bit late to the party. Everyone else has taken off with...
Yeah, mine's a bit different with the sports club, and I haven't really told anyone what we're doing here, but you're one of the Ausmerican Aces that plays NFL fantasy. So you're the fourth guest. Fifth, sorry. I did Benny on the phone. Yeah. You're the fifth out of the boys, and we've got a great group of lads. I spoke to Regan Bayless this morning. He's me and him have turned our season around.
Me, not so much.
Well, let's just go to it now. Because we're on the topic. Like, I literally screenshot this photo. I'm in 2 leagues with you. You love NFL.
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
Down 2 and 5.
In 2 leagues?
Yeah, in both leagues. 4 and 10 really, if you add it up.
And in one of them you've won 1, and in the other you've lost 4 in a row. What are you doing? Are you going to tap some blokes on the shoulder and pull them in for a chat?
To be honest, it's all luck, mate, with whoever plays, and my blokes just don't turn up when the cookies crumble. So I'm really going to have a few stern words with them. But yeah, they might see Bondi walking down the streets, tapping them on the shoulder.
There needs to be some match committee. While we're going to get to the next photo, let's go. My nose is starting to run here, man. Let's go to level 4 from 6. Pour it on the chicken, man. Yeah. Go hard, man.
Yeah, all right, that's enough.
I don't need the lid, just give me that. Give me that. Fuck. How much did you put on? Like a fair bit?
Heaps, yeah. I've got plenty on.
Oh, we're not here to fuck around, are we? That's a fair bit, isn't it? Okay, this one's called the triple X Hot. The Maple Reaper.
Can't taste the maple. No, it's the Reaper. Yeah, it's good, that one. It's actually, it's rolling me a bit, man. There it is. Next photo.
I want to talk about your hair. So we've got some hairstyles here, bro. When you got drafted, you're rocking the long locks. And then you've had the braids.
Yeah, cornrows.
You've had the short medium.
Brother cut my hair for that.
And then you got this look here.
It's a funny look as well. Been through it all. Yeah, had the long locks for a long time. Didn't get a haircut for 3 years or something ridiculous. Looking like the big Alex Pierce was, but it's getting hot. Yeah, cut the hair. I think you actually pushed me to do it as well. And yeah, don't know how I lasted that long with long hair.
What's your favourite look?
Probably that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. I like this, man. I like the cornrows.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
My cousin did them. Shout out. He's hot. This one's 7. I saw one up there that says 15 out of 10. I can't. I'm starting to cry.
Why wouldn't you do that?
If I was kicking goals, I would, but not when you're getting them kicked on you, bruh.
Yeah, you can't let carry on down full. My tongue's fucking on fire.
These are hot.
Talk me through this photo here. Do you remember it?
Barcelona, I think. A funny kit. Sonny's inside. I'm sweating.
There's 2 to go.
Got to finish him though, don't you?
Talk to everyone about this photo. Like, how's the rig in that?
I can't talk. This is I designed those Buddy Smugglers. Shout out to Buddy Smuggler. You did it the year before, then unfortunately got the arse. So.
You're not having milk yet, are
Yeah,
you?
I am, man. Down at Cot, we did a few mid-season trainings down at Cot. It's great. Walk down the beach with the boys, get the rig out, get the lats out.
Let's talk about the design. Retro. Why aren't Freo doing more of this?
No, I'm all for it. The jumper that we had this year, man, this is hot. What have you done to us?
I think the Freo team, if they're listening, need to do a retro tracksuit. Full tracksuit, one piece, so we can wear it to the, people can wear it on the couch while they're eating their wings.
I wouldn't wear a trackie wearing wings, mate. Be sweating the house down.
Let's talk about Oz American Aces. It's an elite crew. How have you found it? What do you love about it? And what should the commish, myself, be doing differently in our NFL Fantasy League? Is there a pain point for Logie Bears?
Yeah, there is one. And great, start with the fellas, great bunch of fellas. Probably best part of it's just getting stuck into blokes you don't even know, because it's a good avenue just to rip into blokes for their shocking moves and stuff. But pretty new to the whole fantasy game. But one thing I have no idea why you would, man.
Get the next one while we're hot.
9 out of 10.
Pour it, smack it, Joe, smack it. Smack it, man.
So for those that, what's going on?
You gotta eat it.
I'm not eating that.
You gotta.
It's too hot.
You gotta eat it, man.
So much.
I'll marry it up. I'll go this big.
Show me. Yeah, it's a lot actually.
That's a lot, man.
Sorry, back to where we start. So you're the commissioner of the Aces, which is the league you start up this year, and it's in conjunction with Tommy Talks, etc. And before I have this, I've got to get it off my chest because
Yeah.
you've got an IR list, the injured reserve, etc. And for some reason, you haven't allowed blokes that get injured. You're not allowing the team to put at least one bloke on. Only it's there for COVID reasons. And I just think that's shit house because I've got blokes that get injured and I have to drop them. For example, this week was prime example. I've dropped Judge Judy. Man's from the Denver Broncos, absolute gun. And I've had to drop him because it's either between him, George Kittle, or Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or Amari Cooper for that matter. And I have to drop him because he's the worst out of that bunch and he's injured. So
Yeah, there's no
so
space.
I understand it.
At the start of the year, the commission puts rules together, and there was no rebuttal.
I know.
And then now there's rebuttal because you got injuries.
Yeah,
So,
but no one's going to rebut like week one because they don't have the problems, mate. So
well, you should. Now,
here
mate,
we go. 9 out of 10.
cheers to we'll talk about our man next.
Don't bring him up.
We're going to bring him up, but
I've got too much there. Look at that.
Just smack it. You ready?
How you going over there?
This next one's probably the highlight of our. I've been here in Perth for 5 months, and you've been amazing to me. You've looked after me. I've stayed on your couch, I've stayed in your bed. I've borrowed your car.
Yeah.
You've also, you know, I'm the NFL king. And one day at the Mosman Park Bowls Club, we hit a quaddie.
No, hang on. This is.
We hit a quaddie, and
Yeah. Had a bit of profit. I
and
gave
you said
you.
to me, "Would
I said, train, make us some cash. Oh. that is hot, man.
That's not even hot. That's great, by the way.
you said put a
Killer.
you said put a malt you said put a 14 men tongue.
It's the back of your gums, man. They're like, yeah.
You said put a 14 leg multi on, I think it was, and
10 leg, I reckon. 10 legger.
but there was a couple of same gamers in there, and I put a photo up of this guy. And what do you think? Do you want to turn the hat around? The Cap Z special.
You got these special. Watch the bush down come over. Touter's the greatest wide receiver in the league, that man. And known for his good connection with Aaron Rodgers and ability to get yards and touchdowns. And he didn't get one. Week 3, week 2. Matched up against the Colts, was it? Or Detroit Lions?
He's playing the Detroit Lions, and we were about to win $54,000 off an accumulation bet, which was a
So
multi.
I think it was like $100 each. And it was profit. And we're in good areas. Everything had come off. And we waited for the Tuesday game. And the final score ended up being something like 30 to 10, or not even. But Green Bay had 30. And Devontae didn't get one.
Aaron Jones got 4.
Well, Robert Toney got one.
And we missed
Devontae
out
was paying
against-
$1.60 to get one.
He threw 3 to Aaron Jones, who's a running back.
Yeah.
So Devontae Adams is our favourite player, one of, but
Say Javonte?
Devontae.
Yeah, good.
And that was one of the biggest bets we could have ever won, and we've gone down. So, Cap Z, I appreciate you sending me a Green Bay hat, cap, because Griff's not going to wear it.
Nah.
But you might wear it.
No, I wear it backwards so no one can see that.
My lips are fucking burning. Give me that. Let's go to the last one.
15 out of 10, Psycho Hot Sauce. Warning extreme.
Who wins the American Aces Fantasy League? And who wins the NFL Super Bowl? And who wins the NBA Championship this year? Go hard, man. Harder.
You don't need much more than that.
Nah, harder.
That's good, man.
Bit more.
Oh, no.
Bit more.
Oh, no.
Bit
No,
more,
you
man.
don't, you don't want to, man.
Oh, this is called Psycho Hot Sauce. 15 out of 10.
I know, it's a good percentage. American Aces will be won by Ben Graham, I reckon. He's a gun.
Regan Bayless called me this morning. He goes, fucking hell, King. It was good to beat Benny this week.
He's a funny man.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I've poured it on. Because I'm not that hungry. I'm just going to use, the sauces on, but...
You're eating it, mate. You got to eat it. NFL Super Bowl will be won by the Buffalo Bills. Smoky would be the Bengals for some reason. I reckon they'll go
This is going
far.
to fucking hurt.
You listen to me, mate. I'm giving you
Yeah, I'm
predictions.
a bit nervous. Yeah,
NBA
sorry.
Premiership, bit of a different one, but left wing, hot start of the season. Golden State Warriors, they're going to be sick. Yeah. It's good to watch, man. Steph Curry. You want to knock into this, or?
Yeah, knock into it. And before you knock into it, I want you to I want you to tell me what 56 divided by 6 is plus 18. Go.
Yeah, 8 plus 18, so 24. 26, sorry.
Fishy. I think I'm going to vomit.
Nah, it's got me, man.
You can't leave the seat. There's a rule. You can't leave the seat. Oh, fucking hot. So, you reckon Freo ever win a flag?
Oh, mate.
Do you reckon Freo win one next year?
Yeah, I think. I reckon we got the capabilities on the list. It's just a matter of staying consistent and kicking some goals, man.
Oh, my tongue. Kicking some goals, you reckon?
Oh, nah.
Who's going to kick them next year?
Oh, no.
Hey?
Rory Lobb. Our boy Matty Taberner.
Fucking shit idea, this. Who's a better backman, you or Alex Pearce?
Oh, no. I think probably Alex for sure. He's got the bigger body.
Who's got the biggest plums in the... Is it true you got the biggest plums in the team?
Yeah, biggest mangoes, yeah.
Oh, my tongue, man.
I think I'm going to throw up.
Can't even think of my questions. Honestly, I don't know what to ask you because I can't fucking breathe. What do you want to get out of your career?
I think as a team, definitely want to win a premiership, mate. That's everyone's goal. Oh, fuck, it's just not stopping.
What was it like to win the Derby this year?
It was my first Derby win 5 years in, so yeah, it's phenomenal. It was a wicked win. Like, it started off like a house on fire as a team, and it looks like we're going to get pipped, but yeah, just fought back. It was almost nearly like a line in the sand kind of thing. We'd lost a lot in a row and hadn't won one for 5 or 6 years, so it was good to finally get one on the board, especially myself to get one. I loved it.
What would you rather? That wing or a golden shower from that tabernacle?
I want to go to the golden shower, man. Probably burn just as much though. Toxic bloke.
Well, Griff, congratulations for getting through that. What is the next plan for old bull, young buck? Who's the next big guest you're going to get on? Are you going to branch out of the footy club and get some big names?
Our new number one ticket holder is Tame Impala, the band, based out of Freo, but they're a bigger band than just Freo, so they're definitely on the set our sights on them. But mate, it's coming back now. I thought it was over it, but it's come back, bro.
What was your hike? Like, so let's go back to our holidays. Like, had one of the greatest crews. Can you remember, like, one of the highlights outside of Oktoberfest, Barcelona? And why? Like, I remember you going off about the booths. You'd never seen a booth before, remember? And you go, what's a booth? And I go, well...
Bada bing, bada booth was my new saying coming home from that. And I'd never seen it before. I'd only seen it in movies and stuff. I didn't know what it actually
bottle
meant.
service, you just couldn't...
Yeah. Couldn't get my head around it. And
explain to everyone what it's like, because not everyone's had
the
it.
first time that I saw it, it was a massive packed club in Barcelona. And everyone was lining up and stuff, and you actually took charge, walked straight up the front and said, mate, got a couple blokes, would like a booth please. And you just whipped out the card, and I don't know what it cost, but you get like nice seated area for the night, and big bowl of grey goose, and the night's yours. I'd never seen it. I reckon it was one of the highlights was just carrying on in.
How many booths do you reckon you got over the trip?
Don't know.
It was one. The boys reckon you were getting a booth at like you were going to bars and asking for a booth.
Yeah, I just got carried away overseas because I just thought I don't reckon it's a thing you do in Australia. I don't know. I've never. Yeah, not that I've never. I don't know. It doesn't really interest me as much now, but at the time it was such a novelty and it never wore off for the whole month over there. So.
What's Moose like to travel with, and what's Tabs like to travel with?
Moose would have missed half the. He's got something going on with his immune system for sure. He's got issues with his liver or something, because the poor bastard, to his credit, knows how to sink a lot of piss. As I said, can knock back 8 steins, but he's just rolled for the next couple of days. And we calculated, myself and Tabs, that he missed maybe 3 or 4, possibly 6 total days, because he would sleep, go to bed at whenever, but would sleep until 6 p.m. So he'd missed the whole thing. Tabs is funny. Tabs takes charge and just he's got everything, got the whole days planned out before you've even got there. It's his way or the highway as well, kind of thing.
The organiser.
Yeah.
You're the follower?
To his credit.
He's the organiser, Moose is the snoozer. Yeah. He goes hard, Moose, but then snooze.
I bring the energy, and Tabs brings the plans, and Moose just, I don't know. He's pretty weird as well, actually. He's pretty weird bloke.
Spoke to someone. Is it true you had a speech impediment? Is that the word?
Yeah, speech
when you were
impediment.
a kid, and one day...
Dyspraxia, it's called.
Okay, which is nothing wrong with that, because you...
No, I had to go to a speech therapist, I don't know.
But this is why it's funny, because that's not funny. You overcome that. But, I'm just going to throw your brother under the bus. Jonah told me, one day, your parents couldn't understand you at the dinner table, and instead of talking to them and explaining it, you looked them in the eyes and just exploded and started screaming, because you were so frustrated. True or false?
True story. I'm actually pretty sure that in that case, I was a pretty angry kid, angry kid. This is when I was really young, but it's called dyspraxia. I couldn't formulate my words and coordinate my tongue so words would come out. That's how they kind of got vision and stuff of me talking a bit like that, but no one could understand me. I think my brother could just understand me. Apparently there's stories of him being able to understand me, but one time, I got real frustrated and went down, and I was at the dinner table, and I just got so frustrated and bit the table.
What therapy did you do? Because
speech therapy.
I literally reckon I need it, because when I go overseas, mate, the Americans are you say what? They literally cannot understand.
I know, you've got no idea. You think that people are going to understand a lot of words. Spark up, mate. Fire up. No one's going to understand.
We went to dinner once with a couple, and Tabs goes, "You want to get a rocket Eid?" And I'm like, he goes, "You're going to get a rocket Eid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking starving." And our guests were like, "A rocket Eid?" We're like, "Yeah, just a feed." And they literally just don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Which is, no one would really know that one, but Tabsy loves using all those kind of terminologies. Well, mate, where to now? So, before I finish, thanks for your time. Kind of gone through your career, how you started. You started as a rower, as a bit of a beefhead, come a long way, drafted, found your way, playing on Lance Franklin. He's kicking 6, but you're getting there. You're now in the sweet spot of your career, I reckon, where you can take it to the next level. What are you looking to get out of your game, and what do you want to see while you're at Freo?
Personally, for me, mate, it's getting through. Been injured a lot. I only just ticked over, playing a few more games this year just gone was ticking over, being kind of healthy and on the park more than I've been injured. So I had a fair few injuries along the way, but if I can stay on the park, I reckon that'll be good for my personal development. But I'd love to get, obviously, whatever that entails. I don't know, for whatever that's the best for myself. But for the team, what I love to see, like I said, mate, I just want to get to finals. Never played a big finals campaign in the AFL or anything like that. So,
and off-field, what are you doing off-field? And talk to everyone about what off-field means and what you're encouraged to do, because you're more than
off-field's
athletes.
just whatever when you're not playing sport or whatever. So it's highly eating wings, mate. That's what I'm doing off-field at the moment. They're too hot at the moment. So knocking out a uni degree part-time, doing the bit of the podcast as well. When you were back at the club, we're involved in a bit of the Fremantle Community Giving kind of a charity kind of set up, and that's something that I'm definitely interested in. And Starlight Ambassador as well for unwell kids, and that's something else that's close to the heart of mine. And
you're doing a fair bit. It's good. I remember getting you involved in the Fremantle Players Community Giving, I think our name was, because we couldn't use the word foundation, and we spoke about it. First ever player-driven funded. It was good that you jumped on board with me and Dave because Matty DeBoer helped set it up and got delisted by Freo and went to Giants, and I did a mountain of work and then got the same treatment. But the best part was PCYC. Yeah. That's PCYC. Sorry, I had a mare there. PCYC. So we'd go cook them breakfast sometimes, just go in and get some toast, or sometimes just say hello. Yeah. Johnny Griffin used to go there as well. But then we did after school programs. I got memory of you playing dodgeball and absolutely sconning one of the kids on the head and giving him a bit of the dodgeball treatment. Can you remember the line? What did you say? You go, someone coming at you.
Eric Goodman coming at you.
Sconed the bloke. And then we did, they had night hoops as well, which was kids that come off the street Saturday night, and it was run by Griffin Longley that it's now palmed off to another guy that's looking after it. But mate, you do a lot for the community. You're doing a lot for the podcast. You study. You're doing really well with your footy career. I reckon you're going to have a big year, and I highly encourage you to do a bit more, which is acting. I reckon you should be in a couple of commercials next year, and I reckon there's some people out there that should get you involved. But mate, thanks for coming on Tommy Talks. This one was a weird one. We spoke about all kinds of things, and I wasn't sure how hot the wings were, but that last one got me.
In the words of Regan Bayless, that'll do me, King.
That'll fucking do. Okay, well, cheers to everyone that's tuned in. Another episode of Tommy Talks. For anyone out there that's still not sure what Ausmerican Aces is, it's a sports club. We're building. The NBA's back. We've got something coming. The NFL's in full flight. I think we're up to week 8 now. If you love your fantasy, you love your sports betting, make sure you DM us at Ausmerican Aces and get involved. We do bad beats of the week. We love the community. We've got the Discord. I do need to fire that up, to be honest. I'm still learning and juggling a few things, but we've got footy, we've got cricket, we've got everything coming. It's a sports club, and we thank you all for tuning in. There's heaps of exciting stuff to come. The hot wings is a challenge that someone mentioned this week. We thought, fuck it, we'll do it. We've done it. I'm not doing it again. If I do it again, I'm gonna host so I can actually spit me words out.
You could stitch someone up and set it up really well.
Big time. I was going to stitch you up today, but I thought that's weak. But mate, once again, thank you for coming on. Big shout out to Cap Z especially for the Green Bay hat.
Thanks, Good Things as well.
And Good Things. Thanks for having us. That's all. That's a wrap. Remember, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and iTunes. Have a great week, and if you
get a wing up, yeah.
Get a wing up, yeah. I'm fucking done. That'll do me.